Welcome to Universitas 11 Maret. Welcome to UNS Taiwan Job Fair 2019. Honorable Rector of Universitas 11 Maret, Professor Jamal Wiwoho, Vice Rector of Academic Affairs, Mr. Yunus, and Dean of the Faculty of Law, delegates from the Ministry of Economic Affairs of Taiwan, Mr. James Chong and Akan Chong, delegates from Taipei Economic and Trade Office, representatives from Taiwan institutions and corporations, committee from Universitas 11 Maret, Career Development Center, Taiwan Center, and International Office of UNS. Before proceeding to our main event today, let me deliver the structure of the event today. The first is opening remarks. Second, group picture session. Third, presentation from Chonghua Institution for Economic Research. The fifth, resume drop-off, and the last, interview session. To begin our event today, please welcome Rector of UNS or the representative to give the opening remarks. Time is yours. In this case, Prof. Yunus will be delivering the opening remarks.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The distinguished Mr. James Chong, Deputy Director General of Department of Investment Services, Ministry of Economic Affairs, and team from the Ministry of Economic Affairs, Taiwan, the Honorable Dean of the Faculty of Law, Professor Ayu, the Vice Rector for Student Affairs and Alumni, Professor Kujoro, the Honorable also Vice Dean from Faculty of Law, Vice Dean from Faculty of Culture, and the staff from the Bureau the student affairs, and all our participants, fresh graduate from 11 Maret University who interested to try to together make the job fair from the Taiwan Corporation. This is the first time the job fair that is the participant is from the overseas company. This is the Taiwan. Actually, the first planning this job training, this job fair is together with our national job fair in UNS in the last 2 months. But the chance from the delegation from Taiwan is not matched with our schedule, so the Taiwan delegation make a separate job fair in UNS. So today is our job fair from Taiwan company. We are very thankful for Master James Chong and team that willing to conduct the job fair in the first time in overseas country. This choice is in UNS Solo, and our program for the student ability and alumni, we have planned to move the student to get the job in our country and overseas country. And this is the possibility and a big chance from our student or graduate student to can get the job in the Taiwan corporation, both work in the Taiwan company in Taiwan, also the Taiwan company in Indonesia. And this time today, I think for company from Taiwan corporation will give the interview for our student, and I think the next job fair from Taiwan we will make bigger and bigger. I think this is our planning with Mr. James Chan. And thank you for Professor Ayu and Professor Kunchoro and Vice Dean for your time and facility to make and conduct the job fair in UNS. And welcome to Solo and enjoy for our fresh graduate student to participate this job fair. And thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much for Prof. Yunus, Vice Rector of Academic Affairs of University of Semarang. The second opening remark will be delivered by Mr. James Chan. Time is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Vice Rector Dr. Yunus and Vice Rector Dr. Kunjoro, and also Dean of Faculty of Law, Professor Ayu. Thank you very much for arranging this event. This is my first time to Solo and my first time to your university. And we are very glad to have this opportunity to meet up all the students here. And I think that we come here to introduce Taiwanese companies to you, and also hope that you will consider after you graduation, and you will consider to work for Taiwanese companies and probably in Indonesia and also in Taiwan. And first of all, I think that you should thank your professors, because last year they signed the MOU with my ministries. So that's why we decided to come here and to introduce these opportunities to you. And I think that probably you know that there are more and more Taiwanese companies are looking to set up their presentations in Indonesia. So under these companies' requests, they ask us to build up strengthen our relationship with Indonesian universities, because they are looking for Indonesian talents to work for them. Because I think that your universities are very, very good school in Indonesia and also in ASEAN countries. So that's why we are here. And we would like to introduce not only the companies, but also we will introduce our systems in Taiwan. Because I am from the Department of Investment Services. You probably will wonder why the guy from the Department Services, Investment Services, has come to here to talk to you about the talent services. Because we hope that the Taiwanese company go abroad to set up their presentation overseas, and we will also help them to find out the local talents. And also in other ways that we also would like to help Taiwanese companies to find out global talents to work for them in Taiwan. Because probably you know that my government, 4 years ago, we announced our new southbound policies to encourage our companies, our schools, to build up a stronger connection to ASEAN countries. So right now, more and more Taiwanese companies choose the ASEAN country to set up their manufacturing bases. So there are huge needs. So that's why we are here, and in Taiwan we also recently we relaxed several regulations to encourage foreign students after they graduated from Taiwanese universities. They can stay in Taiwan to work in Taiwan. So later on, my colleagues, Dr. Teresa Peng will also introduce this program to you. So I hope that through today's program, today's event, that you can learn more about Taiwan and learn more about Taiwanese companies. And I hope that in the future, Taiwanese company will be one of your choices to pursue your career. And thank you very much. Thank you for UNS to help us to organize this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opening remarks. Presentation from Changhua Institution for Economic Research. Before that, I would like to invite our moderator today, Mrs. Ati Sri Haryati from UNS. Today will be our moderator for the presentation.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's my honor to be the moderator for the insightful sessions about living and working in Taiwan. And the sessions will be presented by the project research fellow from CIER, or you need to know that CIER stands for Changhua Institutions for Economic Research, right? And these institutions was conducted both public research and fee-supported research. And what is it? The institution is established in 1981. And together with us, the project research fellow from CIR, that is Dr. Teresa Peng, which will deliver the insightful presentations about living and working in Taiwan. To Dr. Teresa Peng, time is yours.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me here? Thank you. Well, it's my honor to be to join the Taiwan delegation to visit this university and share with you some of the very important information for the Indonesian talents to go to work and live in Taiwan. So, as our leader of the delegation mentioned, we welcome Indonesian talents, particularly, so we know from Dr. UNS that there are so many programs, academic programs, vocational program and also professional program offered by this university. And it is, we welcome those who are about to graduate to join the Taiwanese corporations. And actually, the Taiwanese corporations, they don't just operate in Taiwan. They have different operations in Indonesia, in other ASEAN countries, and even in European countries as well. So we hope that after this very short presentation, you will understand a bit more about the job opportunities, where are the job opportunities, and what are the pathway for you after graduate to apply to join the Taiwanese corporations. So this is the rundown, so a little bit about the background of Taiwan. So can I have a show of hands? How many of you, the students, been to Taiwan before? Show of hands? Okay, yeah, not many. We hope that more of you go to Taiwan to visit as a tourist, first of all, but then later on you can join Taiwanese corporations to work as an employee there. So I will just talk a little bit about the government policy. So what are the government policy and how would that policy impact on the number and also the nature of job opportunities offered in various sectors. And then I will take you through some of the important regulations that if you want to go and work in Taiwan, so what kind of regulations and the visa you can offer, you can apply to get in order to go and work in Taiwan. And finally, we will talk about a very important platform. If you want to know more about information of the jobs, job opportunities, and also information about what government department you need to contact in order to apply for visa, you can log up to that important platform. So I will take you through one by one. So a little bit about the background of Taiwan. Taiwan, we have the GDP growth rate, around 2.6%. But of course, it is in 2018. So recently, I think the last quarter is about 2.4. So considering that Taiwan is a developed country, so it is actually a very good figure already. So GDP per capita, so US dollar about 25,000. And unemployment rate, well, we have a very low unemployment rate. So that actually, even though the unemployment rate is low, but however, a lot of our corporations, they are looking for people overseas who can speak their country's language. Like in Indonesia, you speak in your own language. But of course, if you can speak Mandarin, it is also a plus for you to apply a job in the corporates, in the Taiwanese companies. So as well, you may know that there are a lot of multinational corporations from the US. There is a lot of multinational corporations from European countries. But don't forget that Taiwan, we do have a lot of multinational companies, but they are not that well known. Like Foxconn. Have you heard about Foxconn? So they're doing a lot of basic manufacturing production of the Apple products. So they are the giant behind the big corporations in the US. So we have also other corporations like ASUS and also like TSMC in the semiconductor sector. So they are looking for graduates from overseas to join the company. So as a foreigner myself, so I am not Taiwanese, I am from Hong Kong, but now I work in Taiwan. This is my first-hand experience of a foreigner working in Taiwan. You find all sorts of attractions, like there's affordable accommodation, there is very good food, good food, and then you enjoy very convenient transportation, and there is a very good world-renowned insurance, health insurance system in Taiwan. So if you are sick, if you're employed by a company, you can actually go and visit the doctor, and the fee that they charge is very low, it's very reasonable. And of course, the people there are friendly, and then you can have, you can meet a lot of friendly people there. So the Taiwanese government, they are actually promoting a policy called the 5+N. N means any number, anything, any sector which they think that they are important. So they will add to that list of industrial innovation plan. So right now, they are actually focusing on green technology. They are talking about biotechnology, smart machinery, and also trying to promote Taiwan as the Asian Silicon Valley, a bit like the Silicon Valley in the States. So, and also in the defense industry. So these are all the sectors that are promoted by Taiwanese government currently. As an Asian Silicon Valley, so a number of sectors are very, very important, like the 5G sector, like the IoT, Internet of Things. They are all the hot topics nowadays in almost all the countries. They are driving the company to develop in these sectors. And it's very important for the Taiwanese government also to promote entrepreneurship, trying to help those who are innovative enough to start up, to bring up their own company, like a small startup. But the small startup can be very, they can influence a lot of other sectors. So these are some of the policy that the government is trying to push. As a result of the government policy, you can see that there are a number of sectors that are demanding talents to join those sectors. These figures are not important, but because they are constantly changing. Just to give you an idea that in green technology, in IC design, in telecommunication, in biotech, all these sectors, they are looking for talents. The numbers are constantly increasing. So if you are doing your study in that particular area, then these are good news for you. So these are also just some of the elaborations. So we can see that the number is improving, is increasing. Like in IoT, in 5G now, we require over 5,000 employees, more than 5,000 employees in those sectors. In biotechnology, the number is also increasing. In smart machinery, the same story. Besides this innovation policy, the government is also trying to push another policy called the new southbound policy, Taiwan's new southbound policy. Look at the map on the slide. You can see that Taiwan is on the right-hand corner. And those countries in the south, the Philippines, Brunei, Malaysia, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia. So we can't forget about Indonesia, because Indonesia is one of the very important trade partners for Taiwan. And it is the gateway to Southeast Asia. And of course, it's a very important manufacturing base. So in 2018, we have actually quite a number of Indonesian tourists visiting Taiwan. We also have students going to Taiwanese university to do their study, and we also attract a number of professionals. The number is not enough. We want it to increase. So look at this slide. There you can see that the number of foreign professionals working in Taiwan, starting from the right-hand corner, Malaysia is the biggest, Malaysia, and also India, the Philippines, Hong Kong, Korea, Indonesia. So Indonesia is not bad, but we want to try to bring it to the top. So for those who are really interested to join the Taiwanese corporate corporations. They can. Well, we actually just now discussed about hoping to improve the connection between the Taiwanese companies and also your university to try to build the internship program. Besides interns, if you have already graduated, you can join Taiwanese companies as employees, and also, of course, you can commence your own startups to build a very small company, but have a big impact on your particular sector. Okay, so even if you haven't got a job offer by the Taiwanese company, after you graduate, well, just check whether your university is under the Ministry of Education's list. If it is under the Taiwan Ministry of Education's list, you can apply for a visa, employment seeking visa. Just go, just pack up your stuff and then go to Taiwan and then look for a job over there. They will give you an employment seeking visa for 6 months. So that is a big relaxation for those who even haven't got a job offer. They can go to Taiwan directly to find a job. But of course, these are the more traditional pathways. After you graduate from your university, you got a bachelor degree, then perhaps you need to have some work experience. 2 years work experience before you can, the Taiwanese company can bring you over to join their corporations. And of course, they need to offer you, the salary is important. Look at the salary. They can't offer you less than 48,000 Taiwan dollars. So they must offer you that kind of salary before they can apply to bring you over to work in their corporations. But if you've already got a master or a PhD degree, you can directly apply to join the Taiwanese company. No work experience required. No work experience required. If you start your own company, you can apply for an entrepreneur visa as an individual or as a group. So you can, 3 people, you can apply for a group entrepreneur visa to go to Taiwan. So there are, of course, some requirements. So if you are interested, you can look up. There is the QR code for you to go into the relevant website for you to know more about the requirements. Last but not the least, I would like to introduce to the students, particularly the students here, that you should look up to the site called Contact Taiwan. It is the portal for your job at Taiwan. So if you want to know more about the job in Taiwan, you should actually go and look up to this portal. They have lists of job opportunities. What are the jobs, vacancies currently offered by different corporations. So thank you very much for your listening, and I hope that you do contact Taiwan. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, that's all for the presentations from Dr. Teresa about living and working in Taiwan. Now we come to the next sessions. Maybe from the audience, you want to address the questions? For the questions, is welcome. No? Oh iya, kepada para audiens boleh bertanya dalam bahasa Indonesia. Nanti bisa saya bantu untuk menerjemahkan. Iya. Baik, untuk bisa dibantu untuk menyerahkan mic-nya. So you may address your questions in English, is better, but if you ask the questions in bahasa Indonesia, that will be okay.
Good morning, my name is Rima. I want to ask about the presentation before. they provide information about the traditional pathways. The college degree should have the experience minimum 2 years. How about the fresh graduates? Fresh graduate like me who want to join Taiwan's companies. Maybe there are another non-traditional pathways. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. This is actually a very good question because we have been asked many times. So for the fresh graduates, if they want to join the Taiwanese company, but then we have the requirement that they need to have 2 years working experience. So how could they, even if they have the intention to work in Taiwan, they couldn't. So that is actually, for me as a foreigner, I think that the government should relax that part as well. So try to really remove the requirement for 2 years work experience. But however, I think one way to overcome that kind of problem is that, as I mentioned, our Taiwanese company, they are multinational corporations. Many of them have operations in Indonesia. So maybe after you graduate, you join the Indonesian factory or company first and work there for 2 years. So you get your work experience ready, and then you can apply to go and work in Taiwan. But of course, there are some exceptions. So if you want to work, don't really want to stay in Indonesia and then fulfill the 2 years work experience requirement. Hopefully, maybe if we have established the internship program, hopefully that kind of experience can be counted towards as work experience. So we are continue to explore how could we overcome this kind of hurdle. So hope that you can we will supply the information to your university once we have any change about the requirements. Thank you.
Okay, this is enough. So that means that the internship play an important role in give the students experiencing and workplace, right? Okay, so that's all. Is there any other questions addressed to the presenter? In Bahasa Indonesia is okay. Okay, good, Mas.
Good morning. Okay, my name is Kevin. I would like, I just want to add some question about, and it's quite related with that kind of person. So, how about the experience, because some students in here, maybe they are doing some freelancer or additional internship abroad, something. Whether this kind of experience is also considered with any Taiwanese company or not. So please give us kind of detailed information about it. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. Well, actually, I think that it is not the corporations which don't welcome students without that 2 years work experience to join their corporation. It's not the company themselves. It is the government's requirement. So if we relax that requirement, we need to go to the government to see whether they can change their legislation, the law. So as I said, maybe we could try, after we visited so many universities in different parts of the world, we actually know that what the student wants. So, and hopefully we can bring this important message back to the government to try to convince them that maybe that is an area that we should relax the requirement so that we can allow more talents from other parts of the world to come and join the Taiwanese corporation. Thank you.
Okay, is it enough, Mas Kevin? Is it answer your questions? Okay, well, is there any other questions addressed to the presenter? No? Okay, one more question.
Thank you. My name is Karin. I want to ask if there is opportunity for fresh graduates to do internship in Taiwan. So, if we do internship in Taiwan, if it is possible, if we can work full time, like internship then full time in Taiwan, is this possible?
So can you repeat the last sentence?
So if we have internship in Taiwan,
Yes.
maybe 6 months,
Yeah.
if we meet the requirements of their requirement criteria,
Yeah.
is there is possibility that we can work as full time in Taiwan?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So, well, this is a tricky one because you said that you only work for 6 months. If your program allow you to go and work as an intern for 6 months, then 6 months cannot fulfill the 2 years requirement. That is number one. But however, I can give you good news. So some of our students, foreign students who study in Taiwanese university, they from India, say for example, from India, they went and do their study, their bachelor degree in Taiwan University. So they actually got the internship offer by a big company, and then they work in India because they sent her back to India to work in the company for 1 year. And after 1 year, then they offer her a job. They offer her a job. So it's so there are different kind of scenarios, and it's important that we need to know the law. But the legal requirements is a must. But however, we will try to reflect the opinions that all these what your expectations are from the students and from the university. Hopefully, bring it back to the Taiwanese government and see whether they can think about the policy and then make some adjustment to the policy. Thank you.
Okay, well. The audience seems interesting to know more about living and working in Taiwan. But I do think that we have a very limited time, so that we have to end these sessions. Thank you so much for Dr. Teresa Poon for giving the word information about Taiwan, particularly on how to work and live there. Hopefully, it will benefit enough for the audience. And thank you so much for the audience and also the speaker. And see you for the next UNS Taiwan Job Fair. Give applause for our speaker.
Thank you very much. Yang pertama, ACTI Corporation, ada Pegatron dan HCP. Sambil bisa dilihat di slide, akan saya bacakan deskripsi singkat tentang profil perusahaan. ACTI Corporation, founded in 2003, is a leading application company with big data, robot, IoT, cloud, AI, and 5G technologies to empower business intelligence solutions. It also plays an important role as end-to-end IT video monitoring solution provider, covering all the way from security to business management solutions. Their products include IP cameras, video management software, and they are looking for sales account manager for USA market, sales account manager, and field application engineer. Jadi teman-teman harap agar diperhatikan bahwa mereka sedang membuka lowongan atau mencari posisi untuk sales account manager untuk ditempatkan di market Amerika, sales account manager, dan field application engineer. And the next company is Packetron Corporation. Packetron Corporation was founded in 2008 with abundant product development experience and vertically integrated manufacturing. It is committed to providing clients with innovative design, systematic production and manufacturing service in order to comprehensively and efficiently satisfy the customer's needs. Packetron has combined EMS and ODM industries to become an emerging design and manufacturing service company. They are looking for mechanical engineering to analyze problems and design mechanical devices. Mereka sedang mencari mechanical engineering. And the last company is ACP Pump Manufacturer. ACP Pump Manufacturer is a manufacturing company. They are looking for position on reserve training program for overseas branches. They prefer engineer, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, or international business major students or graduate students. They also welcome talents who are interested in sales and operations. Jadi demikian deskripsi singkat tentang perusahaan-perusahaan yang menyediakan stand di sini. Nanti kepada teman-teman yang ingin mendaftar, silahkan bisa mengumpulkan resume Anda di meja sebelah sini. Setelah ini acara akan selesai. Tidak ada sesi interview pada hari ini. There is no interview session for today. So after this, they will submit their resume in this table. So event today officially ends. I, as the Master of Ceremony, ask for forgiveness if I made mistakes in my speech. With this, the seminar today, the job fair, UNS Taiwan Job Fair 2019 officially ends. Thank you for your attention.
Hello everyone. Even the company doesn't come here, you also can scan the QR code. We put the QR code here, and you can upload your CV or resume by scanning the QR code. And also you can give us your paper CV or resume, and we will pass to the company. Okay? Thank you. Of the content Taiwan, and if you want to know more information about the Taiwan, you can come here and take a flyer.
Silakan teman-teman bisa mengunjungi meja di sini atau stand di sini untuk mendapatkan flyer yang disediakan oleh masnya ini. Bisa bertanya kepada mereka jika ada pertanyaan lanjutan.
Baik, teman-teman untuk membantu nanti bila ada pertanyaan, kita ada panitia 2 orang, Mbak Tika sama Mas Erpan. Mas Ardan, nanti yang akan membantu untuk menerjemahkan kepada petugas. Jadi silakan semuanya bisa merapat ke stand untuk menanyakan terkait dengan teknis pendaftaran ataupun yang lainnya.
转个弯就是。还有一栋旧栋的嘛，还有一栋新栋。对对对。离荒附近。旧的新的。有以前在里面改建，里面